And now to sport, where Socceroos boss Aussie Villain has announced his squad for the upcoming qualifier versus Maldives and friendly versus the Germans. Now, would you believe the crazy bastard has only gone and called up 16-year-old Ipai Wakayama? Now, let's go see what he had to say to try and defend himself. Look, if you're old enough, you're good enough as far as I'm concerned, and Ipai is certainly that. No, I'm not concerned he's never played a game of senior football. Why would I be? He is also eligible for Japan, but not for much longer, mate. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to the Socceroos. We are at episode 10, I believe, and today we have a little bit of a, well, not a gimmick because it's away from home, but we play the Maldives, ranked 164th in the world, and we will be having a few debutants in that one. And then the big one is against Germany. It's a friendly away from home against the second best team in the world, and we'll get to see exactly where we do sit. Maybe not the best game to have been arranged because it'll hurt our world ranking, assuming that we lose. But if we win or draw, that'll be a wonderful time. Now, the squad that we've picked, you can see there are two changes to the previous squad. The first one is Lachlan Jackson. Found this guy playing in South Korea. Good passer of the ball. He doesn't really have the vision, so he's not a direct replacement in that sense for Sainsbury, but he's a left-footed central defender, which we do lack a little bit. He could cover at left back there, you can see as well, though he's not a left back by any stretch of the imagination. But he's solid enough as a defender, so we'll see how he gets on. 28 years old, so he's going to be a decent enough age by the next World Cup. He should still be physically quite decent. So we've caught him in to have a look at him, and the other one is at the 16-year-old Ipai Wakayama. I sort of pointed him out a few episodes, was it last episode or a few episodes ago. I just think he's got everything, and he's 16. He's only going to get better. Let's give him some experience nice and early on. He does lack pace. He's not the best technically, and teamwork is maybe a problem. But the bigger issue, I think, is that he's never actually played a game of senior football. So his first game of senior football will be his debut for the Socceroos away against the Maldives. So that is sort of where we stand. Now, in terms of, let's just have a quick reminder of the competitions here. We have a bit of a stranglehold on the group. If we beat the Maldives, which, considering they've lost every game so far, we should, that'll give us 12 points. The closest team behind us will be Bahrain. If they win, it will join Kuwait on 7 points. So we'll have a 5-point gap, and we can start and plan for the future then, I think, because we should be able to beat Maldives and Afghanistan at home. So even if we were to go and lose against Kuwait and Bahrain away from home, which again, I don't think we should lose both of them, maybe if we lost one. But yeah, we should be getting through this group at a bit of a canter at this point, assuming that we do go and beat the Maldives today. But let's not waste any time. Let's go and have a look at the Maldives and see what we are doing here. The other game that's taking place is Bahrain versus Afghanistan. So again, you'd expect Bahrain to win that. And this is the team we're sending out. So it's Matt Ryan going in goal. It'll be cap number, what's he up to? 87th cap. Brad Jones, cap number 42 for him. Jackson will be making his debut, playing alongside Degenak in defence, and it'll be Ryan Strain playing at right back. It'll be his 6th cap. Devlin's going to get a start for us. It's cap number 20 for him. It's going to be Ryan Tague in midfield. It'll be a 3rd cap for him. Duncan's going to play as a number 10 for us. You'll see we're a little bit more adventurous against Maldives. I just think, why do we need a DM against the Maldives? In the wide areas, we've got Daniel Azani. It'll be cap number 18 for him. And Piscopo, it'll be cap number 7 for him. And it is the other debutant. It's the 16-year-old Wakayama. I almost guarantee he'll become the youngest ever Socceroo. And that's what I wanted to point out as well. Eligibility-wise, he was born in Japan, so he's obviously therefore eligible for Japan. So let's just get him capped in a competitive game, and then he is Australian through and through. All right, so there we go. We can see the household names of Maldives there. What do we want to say to this? I've got to let it impress me. We can probably get on board with that. Fist pump, make me proud. And, well, let's see if Wakayama can nail down that second striker spot in the squad. I have actually, you can tell by the squad selection, I really want to have a good crack at Germany and, go out there with our best team and see what we can do against them. So that's partly why we should be able to beat the Maldives anyway. Like I say, the only concern is that it's away from home. We've got a good chance here. Wakayama plays it through for Teague, and Teague, he's gone very, very narrow angle, and it never really looked like we were in a flow there, did it? Yeah, so we'll just kind of see. As I said, away from home, we saw against Afghanistan, we struggled a little bit. I tell you what, Wakayama's already looking quality, and that's a penalty. Well, it's as silly a foul as you'll see. As Wakayama going to take it. Look at this, the 16-year-old Underboo. Can he get a first Socceroos goal in the 5th minute of his game? Oh, what a penalty that is. A star is born, is he, in Wakayama. And, yeah, we need a second striker in the squad. I didn't think Patrick Wood quite took his chance against Afghanistan. Al Hassan Toure, I mean, he didn't get a great shot of it last episode, but Wakayama has come in and, well, he started off as good as you can. Bahrain has taken an early lead against Afghanistan, but that's to be expected. And let's see what becomes of this. Devlin in midfield is someone I'd like to use more of. I think if we play in this sort of a formation, as Deganak nods it back to Matty Ryan, I think what actually we could do is use Devlin and Aaron Moy as a deep line playmaker with Rogic as the number 10. But I'm not confident enough to play like that against the likes of Germany just yet. So, and I'm always a little bit wary of a ball-winning midfielder as well, because just of bookings and sendings off. Azani, can Azani play in Wakayama? He's done okay to keep possession. Piscopo checks it back. It's there for, whoa, he's got another one, has he? No, just wide. So yeah, I really do like him, and he is a ball winner. That's what he is. There's not much else. There's not, he's not really box to box. He's not really, he can pass. He's not terrible, but he's just a ball winning midfielder. Ball in. It's Jackson, the other debutant. He can't quite get his head on it though. Azani will pick it up. Oh, you know what I had to do? I had to thank a new Patreon while we're watching this highlight here. A big thank you. Now, I'm not sure if it's Pant One Blue or if it's Pantione Blue. It's all one word, but thank you so much, mate. It is greatly appreciated. As I've said many times, it's not expected, but it is greatly appreciated. I'm basically a stay-at-home dad, and this is how I make my money, or my living, I suppose. So, yeah. It is really greatly appreciated. If you do enjoy the content and you're able to, there's a link to the Patreon down in the description. But if not, just keep watching the ads as Ryan Strain gets himself a first goal for his country, and that's a bit of a rocket, isn't it? Yeah, there's a link down in the description, and it's not expected. Just watch the ads. That's absolutely fine. So we go 2-0 up as I waffle on there about stuff that makes me uncomfortable to talk about. And I thought Azani might turn and shoot, but he goes back to Ryan Strain. One touch to settle himself, and the goalkeeper was like one of those men you see outside of a car dealership, just flailing arms, bending in the breeze. All right. Can we get a third before half-time? Bahrain have managed it. Why can't we, guys? And, oh, maybe we can. Devlin on a booking. Oh, and they're down to 10 men. But yeah, that's why I don't like playing ball-winning midfielders. I just feel like I don't like the bookings, and I don't like the sending offs that tend to follow them. All right, let's say we're happy. Keep it up. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? We're 2-0 up against 10 men against a team that's ranked many ranks below us on the rankings. Let's just continue to go for it. I don't see a point in changing too much because the players on the bench. Oh, I'd like to keep fresh for Germany. So they were only really there, well, because we had to name a bench and we could only pick so many in the squad. But, if we were desperate, which I was really hoping we wouldn't be, there's a good ball through for Piscopo. Can he pull it back for Wakayama? No, he can't. Wakayama is such a good name to say as well. Teague to Devlin. I have been having a look at Azani. Oh, Azani whacked one in as well. Daniel Azani gets a fourth of his international career. That is 3-0 now. And, well, that'll be job done, won't it? I have been looking at the youth teams, and we do have quite a few good young players coming through. The issue we have... Oh, it's a stunning effort from Azani. He only really knows it from behind the goal, don't you? Bends it in wonderfully. Yeah, the issue we have is that they're sort of, similar age to Wakayama, sort of 16. So they're going to be 18, 19, 20 by the next World Cup. Is that a save from Matty Ryan? No. They're not really going to be hitting their peak just at that time. So, yeah. if we were doing another World Cup cycle, I think we could have quite a decent side if, assuming that everybody comes through, develops properly. And the issue, of course, with just being the national team manager is that you don't really have too much say over, how they develop outside of Wakayama. I thought he was going to unleash then. Azani for a second. Azani, no, it's a save. And we're making Maldives look like the 164th ranked side in the world here, aren't we? It's a header and it's just over. Oh, it's still there. I thought it went out. Azani has got a second. Oh, and it's the other debutant, Lachlan Jackson, that's kept it in. He gets the assist. Azani has himself a double. And how did that stay in? Goalkeeper, okay, so he saved it. Jackson's done really well to keep it in. And then just picked up Azani with nobody else had picked up. It's 4-0. And, well, now we are cruising, aren't we? Piscopo with a corner. Can we get Lachlan Jackson on the score sheet? No, it's Ipawama. He's got a second one. Go on. It's not Ipa. It's Wakayama. Wakayama has a second. It's 5-0. And the 16-year-old has more goals than caps, and long may that continue. Good header as well, wasn't it? He does have a sort of that physical side of his game. He's going to be, well, he could be a target man. I think that's right now what his sort of most natural position is. I think there could actually be either a complete forward or a deep lying forward. The only thing he lacks at this point at 16, and it doesn't tend to change too much, is pace. Piscopo, can he pull one back now? We've got two guys on a hat-trick. We've got Devlin in the penalty area. Piscopo back to Devlin, and Devlin gets himself a goal. I think it's his second. I think he already has one. And this is now getting, it's getting a bit out of hand, isn't it, for the Maldives? Yeah, so pace doesn't tend to change that much. It's not something that you can kind of, you can to a point train for pace, but he's never gonna be quick. So, yeah, let's see exactly what becomes of him. But I think he's anything other than like a target man. He could be a deep lying forward with that passing and vision. If that develops, he could be anything really. Like I say, the only thing he's not gonna run in behind a defense that often. But I wonder at some point in a friendly, we might even try playing as a 2 and see if that works. If we get someone that's maybe pacey to play off of him, I'd say Anwar Mobile, but you'd send him through on goal and he'd trip over and blast it into the fans, wouldn't he? But let's not worry about that just now. We'll wait till Anwar's on the field before I start ripping into him. Smith. Wakayama, oh, is it going to go in? It's somehow stayed out. The goalkeeper's going to walk it in, isn't he? Words. Oh, they're down to 10 men, aren't they? No wonder we're making it look so easy. I think, he's not really being tested, but Jackson seems to have done okay, doesn't he? And having that left-footed centre-back could be a very useful thing for us as well. It is good to see that we can call in what is essentially a second 11 and really look comfortable, even if it is against a weak side. Smith to Duncan. Duncan has a go. Duncan gets a goal, and it is 7-0. And this is the first time we've really put a team to the sword, isn't it? Well, apart from the South Korea friendly, but let's not talk about that anymore. That did not have a happy ending, did it? It's the first time we've put a team to the sword in a competitive game. It's the first goal for his country for Zach Duncan. And, well, as a way to start an episode, that is not bad, is it? I hope you like goals. Azani with a double, Wakayama on debut with a double, Duncan, Piscopo, Devlin, Strain, and Smith also getting themselves goals. Let's say don't get complacent because, Germany's up next. So there we go. We do take control of the group. 5 points clear, halfway through the first qualifying phase here. And it should be a relatively straightforward cruise from here, I would think and hope. Anyway, guys, wait right there because now we have our game against Germany, and this is our first serious test of the series. Okay, welcome back. Now, as expected, Wakayama, he did become the youngest ever goal scorer. He was the youngest ever player, and he speaks of his pride. So excellent stuff from the youngster. But we've got a game against Germany now, and let's have a look and see what we're doing here in this one. So it's Ryan in goal. It's King. He's coming on. He's early in his career, and only his 5th cap for him. We've got Harry Suter playing at the back. It'll be cap number 27. Sainsbury's going to partner him for cap number 65. It'll be Karasic, cap number 21 for Fran Karasic. Aaron Moy's going to come in for cap number 68 and play as a deep line playmaker. Rogic, cap number 71 for him, with Harustic, cap number 22. Over here on the right-hand side, and goal-scoring machine, Mobile, cap number 31 for him. Economides, he's been really good for us, hasn't he? He makes cap number 25. And it will be Denny Juric, cap number 25 for him as well. He will be the striker. All right, so we can see the German side here. I mean, maybe defensively, are they ever so slightly weak? But I mean, even they're still better than us defensively, aren't they? All right, what if we go with everyone expects us to lose, prove them wrong, there's no pressure on us. I mean, I think last time Australia played Germany, I can't remember. Australia actually does okay in friendlies against Germany. I mean, they're friendlies, and Germany, I think, famously don't take friendlies particularly seriously, do they? But yeah, let's hope that continues. But I think last time we played them in a World Cup, it was 4-0, wasn't it? And was it Kjell got sent off, or Kay, or someone got sent off against them? But anyway, let's not bring up those sorts of old injuries. Harry Suter. Oh, Jesus Christ, guys, come on. Moy does well, but we still haven't completely rescued the situation. And, oh, it's a tap-in. Would you call it a stupid defensive clearance? It was certainly unedified. I don't know what the word is. And we just never were able to recapture. Good save from Matty Ryan, as I have a weird eye twitch thing going on. And, well, we're behind early. Oh, my eye just is just having a moment. It's furious. It's absolutely furious that apparently is my eyeball. All right, here we go again. Let's hope this time we can pass it to each other and not each other's heads. We go back to Ryan. Gets it long. Is Juric there? He is. Can he win that? He's got 2 Germans on him, and, well, unsurprisingly, he struggles. And, yeah, I mean, the signs are this isn't looking particularly good for us. You have got to be kidding me. How has he scored that? That is unbelievable. All right, let's raise up our tempo. Let's do whatever we're doing there opposite. Sainsbury and Suter, it's not like Gnabry's I mean, I don't think he's a particularly tall guy, is he? There's 2 of you. Oh, and go away. And this could not be going any worse, could it? This doesn't bode well for a World Cup either. Just when you think, oh, we're making progress, we're a solid team, it's offside, isn't it? You go and you do something like this. Yeah, he's a mile off. All right, let's give them a focus. I mean, everything's coming down that one side, isn't it? I don't know which side that is, though. Well, they're going a little bit through the middle now. That should be a nothing pass, but it's not. We're going to have to drop Karasic, aren't we? I don't know if I'm being harsh on him. It just seems like he is always just getting left behind or not where he needs to be. All right, where's Strain? Let's just try him out there. I mean, he can't be any worse. And it's frustrating because attribute-wise, Karasic, I mean, he's almost our best player. Oh, this is horrible. What are we doing? I'm going to lose my temper. I'm just going to change the entire back 4 to friendly, right? So we get a few. You're all coming off. Except for you, King. I don't think you've done anything wrong yet. Germany are quite good, aren't they? You're getting absolutely battered. I mean, Jackson, you don't need to be all the way back there, just FYI. I mean, that's not why the goal was scored, but... All right, we've got a little bit of possession. Oh, for f***'s sake. Oh my God, we won a header. Didn't last long. We can't pass the ball to each other, but at least we won a header. So I'm going to guess my no pressure team talk. That's not one for international football. I wonder if this is a good game to try a two up front formation. Are they going to give a penalty for that? Seems like the sort of half we're having. I mean, the game's gone, isn't it? All we can really try and do is learn something from this now. Here we go. A little bit of passing. That's a wonderful little back heel there for Tommy Rogic. Back to Juric. Back to Economides. Oh, it was so close. It's still there, and Tommy Rogic gets a goal. Hey, 5-4. We're gonna win 5-4. And it was actually, for a little while there, some nice football. Got a little bit scrappy at the end here. I thought Juric probably should have just had it. And in the end, it's a little bit like their first goal, isn't it? It just fell for Rogic and he couldn't miss. And it's 4-1. So that's something. All right. I'm not respecting a result today. It's all about the performance. You were terrible. The fourth goal was just hold your hands up and just admit that that was quite good, and there's not much we could do about that. But the rest of that was not particularly great. Let's just try and exploit the flanks and see. You never know, if we get the next goal, maybe we can do something, but we've got some defending to do here. Juric gets it somewhat clear. We're going to go closing down? No, we're just going to let Kimmich shoot. All right, good stuff, guys. All right. I think what we're going to do, since Mobile and Economides, neither of them are playing well, we might as well try and learn something from this. So we're going to try a two-striker formation. We'll get the kid on Wakayama. And it's not bad, is it? Your second game of senior football is away to Germany. Rogic. This is looking a little bit better all of a sudden. Mobile. Can he get down the outside and get a cross in? Juric. Oh, Rogic, they were all there. Mobile's done well to win it back. Settles himself. Gets the cross in. It's well defended. Moy picks it up though now. Hrustic. Economides. Economides! Oh, it was a save, was it? No, it hit the post. Well, now seeing that, do we leave this for a bit? Let's encourage them. No, the wide guys aren't playing well. It's just not working for them. All right, so this will look familiar to you, Queen of the South fans out there. We're going to try this formation. We want to switch you two around and take you off ball player. And yeah, just kind of see how we go with the double Mazzella, two-striker up top formation. And yeah, we've brought on... what's his face, Devlin as well, to play in midfield. Can we get this away, please? No, we cannot. What a shambles. It's Strain with the mistake. Strain has... Well, he's looked out of his depth, hasn't he? Playing like this, I actually wish I could bring Karasic back on and see how he would go. Because he's very good at getting forward. I mean, that is genuinely a good fullback. Particularly even, getting forward. I'd sign him right now for our Queen of the South side. And would he be our starting right back? He probably would be, wouldn't he? If you're watching that series. Oh, for f***'s sake again. This is just infuriating. It's just absolutely infuriating. Do we have somebody else who can play? We do have substitutes left. I'm tempted to just put a goalkeeper on over there. You know what, Smith? Go over there and play right back. I don't care anymore. Oh, what a miserable game. Moy, can you come off? No, we've used all our subs. We've had 2 cracks now at getting a right back on there that knows what a football is. And that is... I mean, I'm really genuinely annoyed at that. That is... it's probably good they reacted like that to me. I didn't even know what I was pressing. I just did whatever Vidmar told me to do. Anyway, guys, that will do it for today. That has been a complete unmitigated disaster. And we barely, having won the first game, where are we scheduled? Having won the first game 7-1, sorry, 7-0, we almost didn't come out of that with a positive goal difference. So, work to do. I think we've learned that much. We are not the finished article. We'll be back next time. It'll be Afghanistan at home. It'll be Bahrain away. And I think what we'll start and do at this point is maybe start and rest the likes of Rogic and Moy, who we know what they can do. We know that they're gonna be a part of our team as long as they sort of keep themselves together physically and whatnot. And just have a look at maybe 1 or 2 others that I've been close to picking before but haven't actually picked. We'll go with them in those 2 games, I think. Until next time, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.